Question 1. Anonymous asks, how do I make sure my one-on-ones are valuable for my direct reports? I know one-on-ones are important, but I find it challenging to know if I'm actually providing value to my direct reports. Well, Anonymous, you came to the right place because that's literally our expertise. I think a couple things to focus on to make your one-on-ones more effective. First step, pause and reset. So the first thing is that you're already doing them. That's a great thing. But because you have to battle with the status quo of currently maybe bad one-on-ones, take a moment to pause, reflect, reset everything, and put them onto a path of great one-on-ones. So how do you do that? What I would do, cancel all of your existing one-on-ones, create a new recurring sequence for your team, maybe change the dates because you have that moment to change some of the dates and times. And in that new first one-on-one that you've set up with your team, use that as a time to kind of retro what's been going well with one-on-ones, what hasn't been going well with one-on-ones. Most importantly, you're going to want to focus on what is valuable for you in a one-on-one as a manager, and investigate and learn and ask questions, be curious about what is valuable for them in one-on-ones right now. That will do wonders in making time spent with your team more valuable. The second thing I would look into is making sure the time you spend with your team is spent in a very safe space. It's a really hard thing to do. It's probably doubly hard to do when you're a remote manager. But if you don't have what's known as psychological safety between you and your direct report, you're gonna be stuck. The feedback they share with you probably won't even be true. In fact, the things they're telling you are valuable might even be things they think you want to hear. So if you don't have a safe space already, you have to make sure you create one in the next period of time. The only way you're really gonna be able to accomplish that is to model the behavior, to show, not tell, that this is a safe space. The best way to show that it's a safe space is to be vulnerable first, right? Take that first step, be uncomfortable first. Demonstrating that this is a safe space will help that other person know that, oh, okay, well, if they're being vulnerable with me, maybe I can be vulnerable with them. Lastly, iterate. Everything we've just done can change over time. People's moods can change, their careers can change, their roles can change, your role can change. As the quarters roll on, as the weeks roll on, your needs and their needs are gonna change. What they find valuable, what you find valuable is going to change. It's okay to iterate on this format. I think what you want to do, in fact, I know what you want to do, is to not just change the format slowly over time without talking about it. You're going to want to have that conversation and explicitly change those expectations. So if something's not valuable for you anymore, say, hey, I've been reflecting a little bit on the past couple weeks. I'm actually not finding too much value in some of these updates. I don't want you to waste your time on them anymore. Let's focus on some other areas. That explicit course correction will help ease everyone's concerns, right? And reduce workload. So those are the 3 things I would do to make sure your current one-on-ones go from being kind of blah to being the best meetings on your calendar.